The ESRB has finally stated whether or not that they think supply drops or loot boxes in games is a form of gambling. I'm going to be reading something that's quoted from an email from an article from Charlie Intel. I'm going to be linking this article down in the description. So let's see what the ESRB has to say. Again, this is quoted from an email. It states this: ESRB does not consider loot boxes to be gambling. While there's an element of chance in these mechanics, the player is always guaranteed to receive in-game content, even if the player unfortunately receives something they don't want. We think of it as similar to principle to collecting card games. Sometimes you'll go open a pack and get a brand new holographic card that you've had your eyes on for a while, but sometimes you'll end up with a pack of cards you already have. Now, I don't agree with this at all. Obviously, the ESRB does not think that supply drops are a form of gambling, which again, I find to be complete bullshit. By doing a quick Google search, you can find a couple definitions for gambling. The number one answer doesn't really pertain to this, but I'm going to use the definition that best suits this argument. That's what an argument is. I'm going to use what best supports my theory. The second definition reads this: gambling is to take risky action in the hope of a desired result. Sounds pretty similar to what a loot box is in a game, does it not? Again, the first option for a definition of gambling states play games with chance of money/bet. So you're not really receiving a monetary gain from a loot box or a supply drop, anything like that, but the second definition, it is a definition of gambling. You're taking part in an action, and you're hoping to get some good result in return. You might not always get the thing you want. Now, I'm not here to argue which loot box system has the best way of implementing it, because every game nowadays has one. Call of Duty, Overwatch, Rocket League, CSGO, PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege, Destiny, and so many more games have a form of a loot box. And I like the way that CSGO and Overwatch and Rainbow Six are implementing it right now, where it's cosmetic only, but you got games like Call of Duty where a game comes out every year and the company will state, oh, it's cosmetic only, and then they end up adding actual content basically locked behind a paywall of this gambling method. That's really what it is. You're possibly paying real money to open a box and hopefully get something good out of it. You're not always guaranteed something good. In fact, you're never guaranteed something good. But there's a chance you could. I definitely see that as gambling. Again, you're taking part in an action in hope to get a certain result. I'm old enough to go to a casino, and I've been to plenty of them. I love to gamble in real life with real money. I don't do it a ton because I'm a broke college student, but that's besides the point. I can go to a casino, and I can find a machine that guarantees me some form of a payout on every single spin. By what the ESRB stated, that's not gambling, because you're getting something in return after every single transaction, I guess you can call it. Whereas a loot box, you're getting something every time. I get that. You pay a couple bucks, open a loot box, get 3 or 4 items, and you're getting something to use in the game. But in terms of this gambling machine, let's say it's a penny slot. I put in a dollar bill. I have 100 credits because each cent is a credit. Say I have a 25-cent bet. I put $1 in. I bet a quarter. I get 5 cents back. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but you still got something back. A lot of machines do advertise the fact that they will win on every single spin. They're not guarantee you a payout bigger than what you already paid, because that wouldn't work for the casino's benefit. They need to make money, don't they? But you're still getting something every time, so based on what the ESRB stated, is that not gambling? Even though it's a machine in the casino, is it not really gambling? You're getting something on every single spin. You're getting a result that is actually giving you something to use, whether or not you like this result. I think their choice of words is very poor in this situation. I think they should have stated it as something different, because arguing the fact that you're getting something every single time from a loot box, I find to be complete BS because of these gambling machines. They're in a casino. It's obviously considered gambling. And while, yes, there's an argument of, well, you're getting real money for those things, you're not getting real money for these loot box things. Well, look at CSGO. There's a whole underground economy for their weapon skins. They retain value because CSGO is a game that does not come out every year. But not every loot box system is like this. You can drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars into a loot box and not get anything good. Just as you can go to a real casino, drop hundreds of thousands of dollars, and not get a good result. I'm one in a believer of loot boxes are a form of gambling. Yeah, you don't get a monetary gain out of it unless, again, you're playing CSGO or similar type games, but you're getting something out of it and you're paying money to hopefully get some sort of result. It's got that addictive nature to it of, oh crap, am I going to get something good this time? And that's what's hooking people into it. And that's what hooks people into real gambling with real money. You're hoping to get a good payout, just as you are in a video game. The stakes just aren't as high. I definitely think, just like in China, I think it is, they have a law that was passed that these publishers have to release the percentage or the drop rates of these items in their loot boxes. I hate the supply drop system or loot box system, but it's one that's going to stick around in gaming for quite some time based on the fact that it's very lucrative for these companies. Until something better comes along that makes companies a lot more money, or unless they were to possibly ban it for being gambling, which is not going to be, the Esrb doesn't think it is, supply drops and loot boxes, they're going to stay. So I think they should at least have to release the drop rates. That way a consumer knows what they're getting into. You know that, oh, if I pay this much money for a loot box, here are my odds. But that's not really lucrative for the companies. If people realize that you have less than a 1% chance of getting the rarest item in the game, are you really going to pay for the loot box? You know your chances aren't high, but if you know the exact rates, are you going to pay for it? Personally, I haven't really bought many supply drops or loot boxes. I've paid maybe $10 in Overwatch in the course of its year or whatever in existence. I've put maybe $10 or $15 into Rocket League. I refuse to pay any money for a supply drop in Call of Duty, and in basically any other game that comes out, I'm not going to be buying any of their loot boxes. I don't see them as benefiting the player in any way. In fact, it's dividing the player base a little bit more because there's items that other people can't get. Again, in terms of Overwatch, it's cosmetic, I'm fine with it. But Call of Duty, there's a lot of guns I don't even have in Black Ops 3 because I don't have either the money and the luck to get these weapons. So I think loot boxes are gambling, and I know there's a huge amount of people that agree with me. I know there's a bunch of people that don't, and that's okay. I just want to have this discussion with you, let you guys know what the ESRB said about loot boxes, and they're not going anywhere, guys. Like them or not, loot boxes are here to stay. I'd like to thank you guys for sticking around and watching this video, and if you like the content, hit it with a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of me and my videos, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheerio, mates!